So today I went to the Van Gogh Museum and I was in Amsterdam for the day. Well, for a few hours of the day. And I went to the exhibition, the full exhibition, the whole experience, and it was quite busy. So, advice if you come to Amsterdam and decide to go to the Van Gogh Museum, for example, you should definitely get the tickets beforehand. Literally, just do it. No matter this, I don't even think it's a great idea to go there without tickets and buy them in person. If you can, get them beforehand, just because sometimes it's so packed that they limit the number of people that they're going to allow in. So usually you can find like some time slots end up being quite full. So if you come at the door, it's impossible to buy a ticket. The next thing is that, so went in, I got the audio tour, which was a good call because otherwise I couldn't have been able to even read the little excerpts on the plaques by the by each painting. Here's my, like, something I was not happy about for sure is they're so tiny, like the type font size on those things is so small that you have to, like, even if you have glasses on, you really have to go closer and read the font. Like, I just don't understand what they expect the font to be for, because for at least this guided audio tour, there was no audio for each of the paintings. It was more a general room, like the room experience is kind of described and you're pointed to like the main pieces. So I found it unpleasant in that aspect. Otherwise, everything was so nice. It was packed, so you had to really try and be mindful of others. Take care around your space to not hit other people or prevent them from viewing. I'm decently tall, so I'm always cautious about that sometimes. And then after the museum visit, I really loved two paintings, but in particular, I actually have one painting. Let's see if this can work. So this painting I have here, I saw it, and apparently it's one of the first paintings that Van Gogh did when he was starting out at 27, when he actually started learning how to paint. And then the other thing that I found was a favorite painting of mine, mostly because of the story and obviously the evolution of the artist. I found that quite amazing to learn. So I got a few things at the store in the museum. I got postcards actually. This is my favorite from this collection. It's the almond blossom. He painted this for his brother's wife or maybe baby, as a symbolic. It means new life, new beginnings, and just happiness. It's quite beautiful in person as a whatever the replica that was on the display. And then I got one from his days in France, I think. So this is the seascape near Les Anses Marie de la Mer. Let's do this. That is so beautiful. And then also got the yellow for the colors of yellow that were really signifying happiness or like positive feelings for Van Gogh. So this is for the yellow exhibition, for the yellow colors. It's quite nice. And then I got the same one as my print at the back. And it's this one, the hut in the evening. It's quite nice. Look at that. This was some of the first paintings that he did when he was starting to learn how to paint. And then I got, this is like the same painting, but I got the microfiber cleaning cloth for the blossoms. My plan with this is to put it in a frame because I have this very particular square frame and it's like a very odd square shape that I can't find anything that fits. So I'm gonna frame this. Hopefully it looks nice. So we'll see if I succeed in putting this in the frame. And then after that I walked to the station to get to my train, but before then I went to the bookstore, the Book Exchange, which is like my favorite bookstore to go by when I'm in Amsterdam, just to see what they have. Sometimes you can find really good books, especially used books. They sell both used and new books. So if you do go there, you can always stop by. So I got myself a book by an author I have never read. It's Bedbugs by Clive Sinclair. And this is King Penguin. That is, ugh. I got it because of that. But it's very symbolic, so we'll see how this goes. And wait, should I read this? It's just like a lot of different stories in here, so I can't really read this because all the back is just blurbs, so not quite helpful. And then I got a bag from them. They usually have quite nice bags. Ooh, this. I think it's nice. Look at that. It's the front of the store. So that's my little haul. So the chapter I'm reading is about pakori, which is a type of grilled tender meat. It's like grilled kebab. It's like a sophisticated version of the kebab, which is made by, first of all, mincing the meat. That is 80% fat, 80% fatty beef. And then you mix it with minced kidney fat, and then you make these balls. I think it's balls. Yeah, I bet. And then it's grilled and then served, usually as a kebab. So ideally, the reason why it becomes so tender to eat is because they use papaya to mix it with the minced meat. I actually have no idea. Do they keep the papaya in the meat? Like, do you also eat the papaya within it? I couldn't tell. So that was, now that I say it, kind of makes it. Yeah, they add papaya to tenderize the meat. Apparently it's supposed to be harder than you think it should be done, because the papaya enzymes basically tenderize, like they break down the meat fibers, so when it cooks it becomes very tender. I don't know how that works. Does the papaya stay or do they take it out? Anyway, so it's called kakori, and I'm actually thinking that this book is one of those that if you want to go for food tourism in India, you should read this book. Take like enough notes to be able to sort of try and explore some of the restaurants he talks about or the types of foods he talks about. But today I did go to the park, and I was just like quite cold, but I had enough clothes on, so I did enjoy reading. I was reading my history book there. I finished another chapter, which means I still have a long way to go, but I'm really making a lot of progress on that book. It's actually quite sad because I keep seeing there's a lot of religious conquering that happened, especially in the north of Europe. So, but it's a history book. We have to learn history, learn from history, and I actually I'm happy that I have different genres of reading for this month. So that's quite enjoyable because then I'm not bored or anything. I just switch from one genre to another without losing focus, because obviously maybe I'm wrong about this, but my brain feels like each of the genres is in a different part of my brain that is processing it. Especially the history one is definitely like a whole different separate part of my brain that's like facts and trying to register what happened in the past and kind of see how that could help put a lot of things in context for me. Otherwise, I finished my dinner, so I'm going to just clean up and take the trash out, and then continue reading into the night. Maybe write a little bit. Good morning. It's on Tuesday, and I'm currently working through my book on novels and novelists, and I just have a few minutes to do this and also sort of write some of the book reviews that I've been avoiding to do. So I'm gonna do that. Otherwise, today is so cold, like it's crazy, and Well, can't do anything. It's like feels like 4 degrees, which is crazy because isn't this like supposed to be summer? Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. So nice out here, but it's quite cold.